What up, what up, what up? Prime Mega New Trees representative to the fullest. Trees up. What's good with y'all? Gotta tap in. It's been a minute, and it's a heat wave. Trying to stay cool. Hope y'all staying cool. If you are also experiencing the heat wave, check up on your loved ones. You know how this goes, Just want to tap in with y'all, and give y'all some inspiration that was passed on to me, is that make sure you know yourself, right? And I'm saying that because a lot comes with that. We have power, and that power can be increased or it could be absorbed. It could be decreased. Now, the way either activates is knowing what to surround yourself with, and that could be people, it could be books, it could be music. Just making sure you're tapped in to make your vibrations higher. You tune your frequencies up. And it's easier said than done, because I've grown up with people that, to me, knew they were well. Now that I'm an adult, they've definitely had a high level of knowledge of self. I used to hear that all the time. Knowledge of self, knowledge of self. I heard that KRS-One, Wu-Tang, but then for me, as I got older, I started to realize what that was. It's like, oh, and even shout out to my bro Ja. Ja used to preach that all the time. Knowledge of self, knowledge of self. And then one day it just hit me like an epiphany, like, oh, as a kid, you have an idea, kinda, and that varies depending on person to person. You kind of have an idea what that is, but again, knowledge of self is really, really powerful, because it will keep you and your frequency and vibration high. Also knowing you get to a level where you start becoming more really, really, really tapped into your soul as far as knowledge of self. Knowing yourself at the level of the soul, because this is just the vessel. This is just a shell, you know what I'm saying? But knowing yourself beyond the material world that we dwell is highly important, because, we get caught up in, affection for things that don't have any value soul wise. It doesn't really contribute, it's here and then it's gone, I know me with the sneakers and things like that. I realize, that helps me, but it's still material. It can come and it can go, but it's the things that you feed your soul with, the books that you read, the music that you listen to, things that you could possibly, so powerful and deep that you could possibly take that with you onto, not only to the next level of your life, but possibly onto the next dimension, wherever that is, once it's all said and done here. And I feel like those are the things we need to be more focused and tapped into. And again, it's not saying that you're not supposed to have fun, because you definitely need to have fun. There's a balance, because again, we dwell in the flesh. There's a balance here. We have two systems. You got the soul, spiritual, and you got the flesh. You have the material world that we dwell in. You know what I'm saying? So keeping that balance is good. And again, knowledge of self is also good, because it'll keep you above level, keep you above water, from sinking. Just keeping you walking your straight path in this journey as much as possible. Even if you get sidetracked, So, but it's very important to know what to feed yourself, soulfully, And so also tapping into that, again, the wrong things could pull away this power that we have, that we are given. But again, you have to know yourself. And like I said, that is, I've been here for a minute, and I feel like at this point in my life, I'm learning new things about myself, it has increased. It was a gradual, and now it's like almost every day there's bits and pieces that I'm getting to know about myself that are actually contributing to the energy and the power that not only am I putting forth and sharing, but contributing to the energy and power that would be auxiliary to me, that's on backup. So in other words, not everything goes the way it's supposed to, and it used to be, damn, I don't have a plan A. I mean, I only had a plan A, there's no plan B. And now, even if that happens, I know that I will have a plan B if I don't have one. I relax, I don't freak out first, in response. But again, that comes with time and studying yourself and doing whatever it takes, whatever you can to just continuously nurture yourself first and foremost. If you have, of course, we have family, they also are as well important. But if yourself is not well fed and nurtured with all that is to be offered spiritually or mentally, then you can't pass that on to somebody else, because at that point, you'd be passing on energy that you're not even sure of, and that might not be a good thing. You want to keep everything at a high level and very aware of what's going on, what you're listening to. Like I said, what you're reading, what you're watching, because that's very pertinent, because again, that's fed into you and your soul, your subconscious. You ever had conversations to where you're talking to somebody and if they say something to you that triggers a thought, and you're actually regurgitating something that you heard because that was the response that someone else gave. And I've had to really, 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 really hone or tighten down on that. Really, really focus, and lock in on that, because that was, this was a while ago, like way back. But as of now, everything passes through a filter as much as possible. But I remember, like I said, you become so dialed into something, you almost become that. So again, be careful. It's powerful. It can increase your power or take it away. But like I said, I just want, I have to tap in and to just, share what's on my heart, and hopefully that this will help someone at some capacity to nurture your powers as much as possible, so again, stay cool. Just want to tap in with y'all. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Have a blessed week, have a blessed day. Let's get it, y'all. Enjoy the holiday. Trees up.